Yesterday, we were on the buses. Yellow buses loaned us an entire bus, which is kind of cool.
So far, Graham, we've got as far as sort of the Southbourne-Boscombe limits.
Okay.
We're about to hear more of the commentary.
So we're heading from Southbourne into Boscombe along the
towards
coast.
Boscombe, right along the overcliff up the top there.
Right, okay.
I think you're on mic here.
Oh, am I?
This, of course, being a coastal route, is quite famous in some bad weather. There was a case last summer when we had a big storm, and there was a van parked just there. An ocean-going freighter was washed in the storm right up onto the road and smashed into it. It was the incident known as when the ship hit the van.
Graham Mack in the morning.
We're live from Horizon Suzuki on Ringwood Road in Parkstone. And something freaky has just happened. Paul, the teacher's on the phone. Good morning, Paul.
Yeah, good morning, Graham.
Now, do you want to explain what's just happened, or should I?
Well, I came downstairs as I normally do, and I haven't logged on this morning to listen to you on the internet.
That's right, because you actually listen to the show from Birmingham.
Yeah, anyway, I dialed blind, and I just dialed in the number, and I thought I dialed 01202 234 000.
Which is 234000, which is the studio
That's our number.
That's what you thought you'd called.
But I didn't get that. I got this Suzuki garage.
Yeah. Now,
you just happened to be.
So I get the guys here say to me, there's a guy called Paul, a teacher, on the phone. So I picked up the phone and spoke to you, and I'm like, Paul, what are you doing ringing the outside broadcast location? You have to ring the studio to go on the air. What are you doing? And you said to me you'd called 234000, which is our number.
Yeah.
And you'd got through straight to where we are.
Yeah.
Now what's happened is Horizon Suzuki's number is 243000. To CRFM's number 234000. Horizon Suzuki 243000. And of all the mornings for you to transpose those numbers, you did it on the morning that we're actually broadcasting from the location of the wrong number you dialed.
That's amazing.
You're freaking me out, Paul.
Graham Mack and Richie.
Yesterday I had to drive to Reading. On my way back, I noticed that the squirters that squirt the water on the windscreen had run dry. One of my pet hates.
Yeah?
I always pull over to a petrol station and fill it up with water.
Yeah.
So I pulled over and couldn't find the bonnet release catch. Ended up having to go in the shop and asking the bloke, you know, open the bonnet on them again. Eventually found it round the passenger side by opening the passenger door, and there's like a little hooky lever underneath the glove box kind of thing. Got it open. Then I couldn't get the bonnet lid open. I couldn't work. You know, you normally put your hand under the bonnet in the gap, then you feel the little clip thing, and you couldn't find that, and messed about with it. I had to go back in the shop and get the bloke out again. Now he's thinking I'm an idiot. I mean, this thing isn't that complicated, but to me it's like an intelligence test on the Krypton factor. So eventually he shows me there's a lever in the grill at the front that you have to push sideways. I don't know. So anyway, I get this thing up after muttering bloody French. As you know,
as you would.
Yeah. So I get it open. I prop the bonnet lid up. I then find the squirter thing bottle with the yellow cap with the picture of the windscreen and the squirty on it. Lift the thing off. Pull the hose out. You know, because it's always on one of those.
Yeah.
They're right next to. It's a box next to the air compressor thing.
Yeah.
And it's got the little aluminium hook spout.
Yeah.
Put the spout in the thing. Pulled the trigger. No water.
Graham Mack in the morning.
Still to come this morning, the headline game with Neil Butterworth from the editor of the Daily Echo. All right, okay, let me let you in again. All right, we've got this TV monitor. No, trust me, this will be worth it when you hear what we've just seen. We've got a TV monitor in the studio, right? And we have it, it's pointing out of our reception. The reason why we have that is so we can look out the windows and see whether it's a nice day or not, because there's no windows in here. But we do see a lot of people coming and going in the morning, and the postman is just...
Here's the other thing I should let you in on. The other reason we have this camera on our reception is because when the office staff aren't in, we're, like, meant to keep an eye on the front door to let people in. we're too busy.
Yeah, of course
we're
we are.
doing a radio show.
Yeah, we're not going to open the door.
Now, I think the postman has been stood there for about a quarter of an hour buzzing to be let in. So
he's got
can
this
deliver.
big sack of mail. We get like a sack of mail every day.
We're a radio station. There's tapes and everything. It's
And there's no
great
way
big
he
sack.
can get this sack through the little letterbox in the door.
The postman's just given up and has been filing through about 250 letters, one by one.
One at a time through a mail slot.
He's got more now. He's got to get the second sack.
Oh no, look, he's pushing it through.
That wasn't push-through. That was nuzzed through with disgust.
And he turned and stomped off. There's a pile of letters now. No, in fact, has he posted the mail sack through as well?
Yes, he has.
Oh, now one of our salespeople is arriving. Karen is arriving. Has seen the pile of mail and turned around to look at the guy. Look, she's opened the door and she's leaning on the doorway now. Look, she's shouting something at him. There's this pile of mail and no mail sack. She's just gazing at it.
Graham Mack in the morning.
So Friday, I'm coming back from this. I get on a train at Waterloo.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone with my feet up on the chair opposite in this compartment with the door closed.
Yeah.
I know there are other empty compartments because I've walked past them when I got on a train. The train's in the station before we left.
Yeah.
This, what can only be described as your typical city gent. the blue pinstriped suit, the briefcase, the copy of the Times.
Right, okay.
Right, he's doing all that. He opens the door and comes into my compartment while I'm on the phone.
Right.
Talk about setting yourself up.
Of course.
So then he sits there, and when you're on the train from Waterloo to Bournemouth,
Yeah.
there's a lot of flat spots.
Yeah.
Which means the phone cuts out
Yeah.
a lot. So the people have to call me back.
Yeah.
So I'd made, I'm not kidding, about 20 phone calls. And I'd had about, 15 of them had been to me.
Yeah.
And I have the most annoying ringtone. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Yeah.
So like I'm talking away, cuts out, whatever. Couple of minutes later, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Then I'm just talking on a phone and whatever, quite loud because it's a train and I'm a loud kind of person anyway.
You don't
so
say.
after about the 20th time, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, this city gent flicks his Times.
Yeah.
And gives me the eyes over the top of the paper.
Yeah.
Now, this is Friday afternoon. I'm tired.
Yeah.
So, I finished the phone call, and I went, is it bothering you that I'm on the phone, then? There's only me and him in this compartment. And he goes, yes, I don't want to know all your business. I don't want to tell you all my business. I said, but you walked in here while I was on the phone. You should have known I was going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
And he went, well, you got that right. Flick of the paper. So, anyway, he gets off at Winchester.
Yeah.
And as he slides the door and he goes to the compartment, I just went, see ya! And he said nothing. As he went down the corridor, I laughed my head off at myself. And it was then that I realised that, yes, I was the nutter on the train.
Graham Mack in the morning.
Story with Andrea, our news presenter. Now, we care about her. We think she's made a mistake. She met this bloke called Johnny at a wedding in Cheltenham. 3 weeks ago, they spent the weekend together down here in her tiny flat in Boscombe. They went out to the pictures, but he bought seats in the cheap seats. For the last 3 weeks, he's only phoned her twice. The rest of it's been text, which you know is cheaper than phoning. Now he's planning a wild weekend in London this weekend. We're saying to Andrea, be careful.
I'd say don't go.
Because they haven't actually been on an official date. All they've done is spent a weekend together,
Yeah.
and now they're on about spending another weekend together.
All progressing very quickly.
Too quickly for me. He comes from Norfolk. We don't know his surname, we're calling him Johnny Norfolk. I've had an idea, Rich.
Okay.
Andrea's busy right now in our newsroom compiling the news. Why don't we call the newsroom and you can pretend to be Johnny?
You reckon I can carry it off?
We'll find out what she really thinks of him. Are you up for it?
Yeah. It's a great idea.
Hello, TCR News.
Can I speak to Andrea, please?
Speaking.
It's Johnny.
Hi.
It's about the weekend. Are we still on?
Ha ha. Richie.
Oh!
Bye.
For goodness sake, Richard didn't even bung a voice on.
I didn't think about
It
that.
sounded just like you. She's
I
like a
had
four-
that for a second at the beginning, though.
Hang on.
When right at the beginning, when she answered.
Did
she
you tape that?
Yeah.
We'll rewind it a second.
It's Johnny.
Hi.
There.
Oh, right, what?
All right.
What did you hear there?
When I said it's Johnny,
Yeah.
she doesn't know straight away that it's me. She
No.
goes, hi.
Oh, actually, it doesn't sound so good for Johnny. This is
No.
not. This is not a hi.
Or a hiya.
No,
Or
this
a
is
hello.
This is a.
Hello, TCR News.
Can I speak to Andrea, please?
Speaking.
It's Johnny.
Hi.
Gray and Mack on 2CR FM.
Well, the headline game. Have you found a lighter story for
We
us to
found
play?
a
that?
lighter story. For
Great.
it. It's actually a great one because it's about a vicar who uses he's actually a ventriloquist, and he uses a dummy called Lester to spread the word of God. So he actually uses him for his sermons, his family services, and even baptisms. That's got to be funny.
That's an odd story, isn't it?
It's just a typical Echo story. We just bring a little bit of fun.
Now we
to
do have a
everybody's
secret
life.
weapon in the headline game today, Neil, with the score being 1-1.
Eh?
Yeah, we have a special guest in the studio, the most intelligent man on the planet,
Yes.
Professor Stephen Hawking. Professor Stephen Hawking is with us, and he's agreed to take part in the headline game because, you know, this is basically, a lot of people think it's comedy. It is actually an IQ test.
Yes.
Okay, a headline game of a guy with a dummy, a ventriloquist.
Reverend Thompson.
Reverend Thompson.
A dummy called Lester.
Who's the dummy with the Reverend? It's not great, is it?
It's Lester.
Professor, you're going to have a good one.
Yeah.
He's getting all excited.
It looks like he's working away.
Oh, yeah. Sal.
Yes, I've got one. Ventriloquist doll put to the testament.
Oh, that's clever.
It's okay. That's okay. Richie?
Strings from above.
Strings from above.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's a dummy. It's not a puppet.
Oh yeah, no, it's that doesn't work, does it?
It is a puppet, but
Yeah.
it's not a
Yes, a
marionette.
ventriloquist- yeah, so-
it's
yeah.
not your marionette.
I'm getting confused.
It's kind of an advanced glove puppet, really, then,
sorry,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, the man puts his hand up the dummy.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
Oh, those aren't that good. Professor Hawking, your headline, please.
Puppets from the pulpit.
Puppet from the pulpit. I knew he was smart.
Yeah.
That's a very good one.
How about that then, paper boy?
Calm down, please. Look,
getting a
bit
bit
of
cocky
respect
now.
for the editor.
Okay,
I mean,
Neil, the actual today's
The
paper,
actual
Neil.
headline. The actual headline walks away with it. I'm sorry. The actual headline today is all things great and beautiful.
All things great and beautiful. You think?
Oh, come on. That's
Professor Hawking, what do you think of Neil's headline?
Let's grab.
I'm forced to agree with the professor.
You are joking.
I'm giving us the point.
Gray and Mack in the morning.
Let's meet our stars in their ears contestant. He wants a job on 2CRFM, and if he's any good, then we'll hire him. If he's not, we'll just make fun of him. What have you got on his bio there, Rich?
Kieran Hyan is 5'6", has brown eyes and black hair. Important information when you're working on radio.
That's right. He's put that in his thing. Yeah.
Yes, he has.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
He's worked on all sorts of shows in Ireland. Good Morning, Kerry. That's
Kind of a specific show, isn't it? Focused at just one
I
person.
haven't got much of a listenership.
Here we go, kicking us off tonight, Thursday night on Into the Night. Our M people with Angel Street. Margaret on line, number to call is 066-236-66. Yes, and to Alexia there, ooh la la. Before that, you're Ron DMC, number one across the water at the moment, versus Jason Nevins, and it's like that.
Let me just stop that there. I've never heard that style of disc jockeying before.
It's more sort of horse racing commentator, isn't it?
It is exactly. It sounds like. And they come round the final turn now. It's red rum all the way. Red rum's won the national.
Here we go, kicking us off tonight, Thursday night on Into the Night. Our M people with
Out there
Angel
on the
Street.
final turn.
Margaret on line, number to call is 066.
Over to you, Peter O'Sullivan.
Who farted on the inside and more of that? Who farted on the outside?
I'm telling you, that's a great one to shake your ass to on the floor. Particularly if you can find a donkey.